Hi, hello. Happy Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday. So I wanted to hop on here and chit chat with you guys about all things detox, all things discipline, all things accountability. So before we get started, I have a very busy day. I have lots of Zooms, lots of meetings, lots of fun things to do. But I want to have you guys just give a second, drop a comment. Because today's Wellness Wednesday, something that I love to do with my team, and my team replicates this in my customer group quite very well. But hi beautiful, I love to talk about mindset and discipline and health, because the thing about it is it all goes hand in hand. So first, I would love for you guys to drop a comment as you're hopping on. 1 second. Okay, so drop a comment as you're hopping on. I want to hear from you. What is one thing that you are wanting to work on before the end of the year? Because here's the thing. We all set these like New Year's resolutions and all this kind of like crap, honestly. Because here's the thing. If you're setting New Year's resolutions, you're probably one of those people that fall off of them by March, by February. There's no right time, and you shouldn't have a new year to reset your goals and get disciplined around what you want and why you want to do it. That shows kind of like where your consistency is within all aspects of life and your discipline around all aspects of life. Because here's the thing, you are the key to unlocking your whole entire life, but it comes down to the willingness and the discipline on how you show up. Every single walk of life has all different types of reasons they can make excuses. Like I have a mama that just had a brand new baby a week ago, that has a toddler, and still works her business and shows up consistently and passionately because her belief is bigger than her temporary crap at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, the women that I work with are hungry. They're go-getters. They're wanting to change and grow. I don't believe in like justifying why you're coasting or justifying why you're settling or justifying why you're not going all in on you. So this is why a lot of people stay stuck exactly where they're at, because they're not willing to do the hard things. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. Do you need me to repeat that for you? The people that you need to understand, the reason why people aren't getting the change that you came here for, like for example, let's say it's health goals. So I started the detox on 3 days ago, right? The detox day 1 was not fun. I didn't have my capsules. I was brain fogged. I felt all crazy when it comes to the aspect of not having that sustained energy all day, not being disciplined with my eating habits prior up to this. So making changes within my discipline around what I was eating, my water intake, getting used to not having that sustained energy that I'm used to all day. So I had to start being disciplined around this, my mindset, what I'm feeding, the things that I'm going in and telling myself to get through to the goals that I've set. So I set myself as a goal to complete this detox. That means I need to change my eating habits. I need to change my water intake. I need to get disciplined, because discipline is the key to anything in life, okay? Everyone can start and be excited about doing something, but it's what carries you through to the end goal that truly gets you there. And the only thing that it comes down to, because there's no such thing as motivation, there's no such thing as perfect timing, there's no such thing as having it all figured out, there's no such thing as knowing everything or having the right audience. It's literally discipline. That is the key. And you either want change or you don't. Excuses and success don't talk together. And if you're avoiding failure, you're avoiding success. Every single day, I fail at something. Every single day, I learn how to do something better. And that's the beautiful part about being an entrepreneur. You have to realize it starts within your mind. It's 80% mindset and 20% hard work. But that's in all aspects of life. That's like going to the gym. So there's 2 types of people. One, they both have a gym membership. One is like going to the gym consistently for the first 2 weeks, and then it gets kind of like, oh, life happens, and oh, I don't want to wake up on time, and oh, I know I have to go to the gym, and they start falling off. Other one is very disciplined. They set a goal. They set that vision. They got clear on the discipline that they need to provide every single day to get to that goal. They show up consistently and they go past the honeymoon phase. That's what I call it, the honeymoon phase. Because anything that you do that is new and anything that you do in life, there's going to be that excitement and that like joy and that fun stuff for the first couple weeks. But what happens is life happens, and real life, that energy level, that mindset level, all that stuff starts to come in. And what happens is that excitement changes because it's all in here. But the reason why that person stays consistent, sorry, Nick just got home from taking Kingston to school. The reason why that person stays consistent at the gym, Axel, come here, is because they're disciplined. And you got to realize when there's a will, there's a way. So if you believe you can't, you can't. If you believe you can, you can. But at some point, you have to decide what it takes. Like, I have people that, Axel, get over here. God, you're loud. I have people that join this industry or join like their health goals even. And it's not that my products don't work. It's that they're not doing their part. And it shows within all aspects of their life. So for example, like if you set a goal and you're like, hey, I want to go to the gym consistently and work out and build my business and build my health and get toned, but then you're wishy-washy, you got to realize a muscle takes resistance and it takes building consistently in order to define. And so you have to realize that consistency starts within discipline. There's no such thing as motivation. There's no such thing as perfect timing. And a lot of us make excuses on why we aren't where we want to be, or why we aren't showing up consistently, or why we aren't being motivated, or why we aren't doing X, Y, and Z. But in reality is you just don't want to work. You don't want it bad enough. And that's truly what it comes down to. It's you either don't want to put in the work or you don't believe in yourself enough to put in the work. And you have to realize that this is the areas that you have to start switching in your mindset in order to get a difference in your life. Every single area, my business, my gym routine, my health and food intake, my water intake, my parenting, me being a wife, every single layer of me needs to provide discipline. If I want my relationship with my husband to strengthen and I want it to be like we're dating each other constantly and that we're happy and that we're in love, I got to be disciplined around putting in the work and putting his needs, his mind, our enjoyment together, us doing fun things together first. It takes discipline. Just like me being a parent. I can't expect Kingston to go and figure out how to be a teenager and how to show up for school on time and how to do the things he needs to do to develop into the young man he's becoming without leading by example and showing that discipline within myself for him to replicate today. So for example, Kingston went to bed late last night. I'm that mom that if you want to stay up late and you want to learn the hard way, fine. You can stay up late. You can stay on your phone till 12 o'clock at night. But when you get up in the morning at whatever time you got to get up and you're exhausted and you want to stay home from school, you got to realize life. It doesn't, you created this discipline by not going to bed on the time you said you needed to go to bed. And so now you got to go to school and you got to push through your day because this is the discipline that it takes in order to realize the patterns that you're doing. You got to start recognizing it for yourself. So it's the same thing as my parenting, my relationship with my spouse, my health journey is if I want to get to anything, if I want to lose weight, it's not going to just wish its way there. It's not going to just happen overnight. It's not going to just, oh my God, I lost 20 pounds because I just thought I was going to. No, it takes moving my body. It takes proper water intake. It takes the proper nutrients and it takes the proper food intake. But you can't just do it for a week and expect your body to change and your health to change. No, discipline, lifestyle, which means every single layer of your life is transforming. You can't be eating tacos every damn day and pizza every damn day and then expect to lose weight. It doesn't make sense. It's the same thing with moving your body and going to the gym. You can't expect to use your gym membership or go to the gym and move your body only when you feel like it and then it's gonna work. You gotta do something about it. You gotta move the needle. And I always say this, all it is literally deciding. That's it. That's deciding. I decided I'm taking this detox seriously. I decided I am going to make sure my body, my mind, my discipline, my food intake, my water intake, how I speak over myself is disciplined to match the goal that I have set. So I'm not complaining or anything like that. I literally break day one. Ooh, I appreciate my capsules. I'm so thankful for them. Now, what do I need to do to make this consistency happen for day 1 through 10? That's how I speak over myself. That's how I drink my water. That's the things that I'm filling my body with. I don't overthink it. I just show up for it. And the thing about it is, it's the same thing with my business. My business didn't become a multiple $1 million business without discipline. I'm so sick of seeing people use their life circumstances as an excuse. Life temporary moments are always going to be there. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be that temporary. There's always going to be that excuse that you can find when you're wanting to look for it. But what sets the best from the rest is the willingness to go all in on their goals. See, the women that I work with, I don't just allow anyone and everyone on my team. And nor, I can't match effort, Luna, no. I can't match efforts with people that are constantly making excuses. Show yourself what you're made of. You have to be willing to show up for yourself and show up for your future more than I want it for yourself. It is that simple. You have to be willing to decide when is enough for you. Because I know what me and the girls that I could match efforts with and match business relationships with and mindset levels with do. I don't have to go and find them and be like, hey, are you working your business? Hey, are you eating healthy and drinking your water? No. They want it for themselves more than they want their temporary. What just happened? Sorry, my dogs are tripping. More than they want it for like their temporary. You gotta realize there's all. Babe, what's going on? Sorry, my dogs are like playing and fighting and all the things. This is what happens when you have 5 dogs. Hang on 1 second. My dogs are tripping. Is she okay? Is Pixie, her nail is stuck? Aww. My little chihuahua's nail was stuck in her blanket. That makes me sad. That's why she was like crying. She was like, help me. See, mom life, dog life, mom life, all the things. The thing about it is, it takes willingness. Like I set a goal for myself when I was bringing Nick home from corporate America. He had a pension, he had a retirement, he had a government job, but it wasn't fulfilling him. And family members don't understand. They actually like judge it more than anything. And it's funny because we're doing better than anyone on both sides of our families when it comes to our passion. I'm not talking just financially. I'm talking about passion. Like we are living our passion every single day. And I get to see my husband develop into this amazing man, constantly serving and growing and leading. And he has the time freedom to do anything he puts his mind to. But if I would have been like, hey, I want to bring him home, but I'm not going to show up when it's hard. Or, hey, I lost, I've dealt with pregnancy losses in this industry. I've dealt with losing family members in this industry, like deaths in this industry. I've dealt with my son having surgery and me being in the hospital with him for a week. I've dealt with multiple things. I can go on and on about everything I could have found an excuse for. But that was temporary. I knew those situations wouldn't be there in a year. I knew that my temporary week, my temporary bad month, my temporary losses that I, at the end of the day, can't control. I can control how I respond to it. And I think the thing that you have to realize, if you're really wanting change and you say that you really want your life to develop into a different level of you got to recognize what is not working, what mindset you're feeding, what roots you're holding on to, what character traits you need to root up, and understand it takes you doing something about it. Because what works for you for one level of life will not work for you for the next level of life. Every single level of life that I've ever been a part of, like growth-wise, required me to get real with myself, look myself in the mirror, and say, okay, what do I need to pivot in? What do I need to do differently in? And it's the same thing with this detox. Like, I feel freaking amazing, but imagine if I would have quit because day 1 sucked. Oh my God. Like, I cannot wait until day 10 because at the end of the day, it's discipline. I know what I want and I don't let anything get in the way. I put my blinders on and I get to dang work. And I think the thing is, a lot of people look at me like I'm some big success story, and it's not about my success. I don't want you looking at me for my success. I want you looking at me and realizing that you can do it too. That's what I'm here for, because at the end of the day, success, like, work hard in silence and let success be your noise. You have nothing to prove to anyone. You need to stop allowing people's opinions to hold you back. You need to stop allowing your temporary circumstances to make or break you. If your spouse doesn't understand and you're feeling guilt around like being a mom and having a spouse and running a business, you're a business owner. Get over it. At the end of the day, you have to realize what your future is going to look like. And it's either going to look like the average and the getting by and the coasting and the hamster wheel of life, or it's going to look like an abundant amount of freedom because you put in the work that it took to get there. I cannot teach, but like the thing about it is, when we tie religion into a relationship with God, God wants us to work hard. It's in the Bible, multiple areas of our Bibles. I can give you Bible verses. He wants us to develop our gifts and to serve others and to go to work and then rest. But I'm disciplined with my rest. I don't make excuses and be like, oh my God, I'm just not being intentional with my family. No, I'm intentional with my family, and they have a time and a place where I'm spending that quality time every single day with them, where my phone is down. I don't slave on my phone, but I'm intentional when I am. If you're scrolling on your phone, and if you're in network marketing and you're not like seeing results, one, you're probably not a part of the right community. You're probably not getting trained and led the right way. You don't have the system to succeed. Your comp plan, so there's reasons why you're not showing up. There's multiple layers into network marketing, and not all network marketing companies are created equal. You can see all these like glitz and glam, and they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. But at the end of the day, do your research and know what you're joining first off. That's why I'm so passionate about what I do, because we are the best of the best. We are the Rolls Royce of all health and wellness. There's nothing that can compare to what I have my hands on, and that's big facts. And once you experience it for yourself, you will be thanking me later. Everybody does. So what I have my hands on, I don't need to go and be like, come join me. You are like, no, you need me. You need what I have my hands on. You need my community. You need my comp plan. You need what I have, period. And at the end of the day, you have what, less than a couple weeks left until Christmas time? Is it going to be on layaways? Is it going to be on credit cards? Because you're allowing your mind to get in the way of where you can possibly go when you're willing to decide differently and go all in differently. I mean, I'm sorry, but you either want it or you don't. You want change or you don't. And it can be developed. It's like a muscle. Growth and discipline and willingness and deciding, it's a muscle. But it takes practice. And practice means consistency, showing up for the uncomfortable. Practice, 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 practice. See, for me and the handful of people that I know, it was in me all along. I've always been like, okay, go all in person. But then what happens is, after the honeymoon phase would wear off, I would get inconsistent. And then I realized that I'm the only thing that's standing in my way. And I refuse to be the reason why my life doesn't change. I refuse to be the reason why my life didn't look differently. I refuse to be making excuses for the life that I'm trying to build. Like, I have women that say they want change, but then they're like, not doing the work. I mean, get over your circumstances. Your circumstances are your stepping stones. What you are going through right now is literally launching you to your next. Literally launching you to your next. But you have to decide that you're even going to show up for it in the first place. Because if you're not even deciding to show up, this business, you guys, if I could give you the breakdown of my like 1099s that I make, I own a business, I have tax write-offs, I run a business, a legit business, and the cool thing about it is what it would have taken me like 5 years to make, I can make in a year. The thing about it is I was disciplined and willing and showing up and putting in the work and watching trainings and doing the things that I needed to do to get there. I didn't make excuses. And I get life happens. Okay, it does. But that temporary shouldn't be your stopping point. That temporary shouldn't be the thing that be like constantly justifying why you're not putting in the work. It's that simple. You know, this detox, like, stop overthinking. If you're doing the detox with us and you're a part of my customer and promoter accountability group, eat healthy, eat clean. It's really not that hard. Just get creative with it. Because at the end of the day, like, what's your goal with the detox? My detox process is phenomenal now. Day 1 was a little rough because I'm so used to my amazing energy. But cool thing is, they've given us plus line products, for example, like these babies, that allow me to be able to go in and take care of that energy level and that focus level and that brain fog level. But besides that, okay, I needed to start getting disciplined. I needed to start getting disciplined into what I was eating anyways. I can't just be eating cookies and pizza and whatever I want, whenever I want, and be like, oh my God, I'm not losing weight. Get real. It's common sense. And I'm sorry if that's blunt and to the point for some people, but it's common sense. Babe, I already fed them. They already ate. At some point you have to realize, like, what are you feeding? Are you the 99 or are you the 1%? And a lot of times why people are staying stuck in their circumstances, because they're always looking at the negative. They're always looking at the woe is me, the victim mode, what can go wrong, the what ifs, the half-assed stuff. And at the end of the day, you have to realize it's about being the 1% that looks at things differently, that finds the gratitude, that finds a positive outlook on things. Like, you have to realize it takes training your subconscious mind to shape into your life, because entrepreneurship, even if you're a cosmetologist, I'm a retired esthetician and insurance broker. I did that 3.5 years ago. I brought myself home within my first 6 months of this business as an esthetician. But the thing about it is, I was a business owner back then. The only thing that was different was that I'm not working off someone else's time, and I'm not working 10 to 12 hours a day. I literally write my own checks and have no cap in this industry. I'm not capped in this industry. So I went all in on this vision because I knew that it was the vehicle to pave the path to my family and what we deserved. I do this for my family and I do this for my team. So at the end of the day, where do you want to be in the next 6 months? Where do you want to be by 2022? Stop waiting for New Year's resolutions. That's a bunch of BS if you're waiting for those. Sorry to break it to you, because you're probably not keeping them anyways. You're probably falling off by March anyways. It's just proofs in the pudding. You have to decide, and you have to decide when enough is enough. So, hope you guys got something out of this.